Hi, I'm Pamela from Pamela's Patterns and welcome to my studio. I will be showing you how to apply the exposed facing to the cardigan or duster for number 108, the new versatile twin set. I'm starting off with some interfacing. This is Perfect Fuse Light Interfacing by Palmer Pletch. We don't normally put interfacing onto knits as it inhibits the stretch, but in the case of a facing, it will make it much more stable. This is the front and back neckline facings, and the interfacing has been cut just slightly smaller than the facing piece, just so that it doesn't get onto the ironing board, and fused on. After fusing, you will stitch around the outside edge with a straight stitch, just about 1/4 of an inch in. This stitch will help the fabric turn perfectly to the inside. So when you're turning it and pressing it, you want that straight stitching to just turn over to the wrong side. It gives you a nice guide and a smooth finish. At the inside corner, right directly across from the front point, you'll want to make a clip so that that will press smoothly around there, and that clip will spread out just a little bit there. Once that whole facing has been prepared, then you're going to put it to the cardigan. And this is a little bit different than what you've done before probably. Facings are usually right sides together. This one is applied so that the right side of the facing is to the wrong side of the cardigan. So it's kind of backwards of what you would normally do. You would start stitching from the hem all the way around the neck and all the way down the other side to the opposite hem. Once that has been stitched on, then we're going to take the seam, or we're going to clip around the neck edges, so that will all get clipped, so that will let it bend better. And then we're going to understitch the seam allowance to the cardigan. So you can see here I've pushed the seam allowance to the cardigan, and I am understitching that seam allowance to the cardigan on the wrong side of the cardigan. The understitching stitch I'm using here is a 3-step zigzag. It does 3 stitches on the zig and 3 stitches on the zag, and does wonderful understitching as the stitches all embed into the fibers of the fabric. And that stitch will allow that facing to turn beautifully with no effort at all, and nice and smooth here. Then you'll pin down the outside edges and top stitch close to this folded edge of the facing. I usually use a little bit longer stitch length of 3 or 4 millimeters. Here you can see the exposed facing already finished and onto the cardigan. It has top stitching right along here, and at the bottom hem I've attached the facing to the hem just with some hand stitches. This one features the button and loop, or if you wanted, you could put the ties like you see on the bolero here. I hope you enjoy your cardigan.